Good evening. The Labour Party is clearing the decks to fight a federal election as early as next August. According to our Canberra political staff, ALP strategists and officials who've been meeting in Canberra this week have decided that more than ever before the campaign will focus on the Prime Minister. Israel's Prime Minister Yitzhak Shamir has arrived in Paris on an official visit of 4 days. He was welcomed by French Prime Minister Michel Rocard. This is Mr Shamir's first trip abroad since he was returned in December. The Paris visit is seen by many as an attempt to dissuade the French government from meeting the PLO's Yasser Arafat. Mr Shamir has promised to meet the leaders of any Arab government to talk peace, but he refuses to have dealings with the PLO. The Czechoslovak playwright Václav Havel has been sentenced to 9 months in prison for inciting people to participate in a banned rally. In another court, 7 other dissidents were charged with hooliganism during January demonstrations marking the 20th anniversary of the death of Jan Palach. He was a student who set fire to himself in protest against an earlier Soviet invasion. The dissidents are all involved with the Charter 77 human rights organisation and other activist groups. More trials are scheduled for later this week. Thousands of survivors of the 1984 Bhopal gas disaster have staged a sit-in outside the Supreme Court in New Delhi. They're protesting against the compensation settlement reached last week between the Indian government and the Union Carbide Chemical Company. About 2,500 men, women and children travelled to New Delhi for the demonstration. They have condemned the $470 million settlement as insufficient. More than 3,400 people were killed when poisonous gas leaked from the company's now-defunct pesticide plant. At least 20,000 people are still listed as seriously affected. On average, there's a related death every day. Finally, a brief check on the national weather outlook. A late storm is forecast for Darwin, but it should be generally fine in all the other capital cities. Join us for more news in about 1 hour. That's following our Wednesday night special. Tonight looking at the musical Les Miserables.